You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa, the former state trooper who investigators say shot himself and sent police on a chase for a non-existent suspect turned himself in. Macy Eglin was there as he was brought into court.
Did you shoot yourself?
The now former state trooper Thomas Messia, who claimed he'd been shot while patrolling the Southern State Parkway, pleading not guilty to several charges in court. Prosecutors say he made it all up.
The shooter that we were all looking for only existed in Messia's head, in his imagination.
27-year-old Messia of West Hempstead and his parents were arraigned and released from custody Monday morning. Prosecutors say on October 30th, his first day on patrol for Troop L, Messia scattered shell casings along the side of the parkway, drove to Hempstead Lake State Park, shot himself in the leg, drove to his home to dump the gun, and then returned to the parkway, where he radioed in saying he'd been wounded. A search ensued as Messia was treated at the hospital, but prosecutors say his story began to unravel.
9 shell casings, but no projectiles found at the scene. No tire marks. Not a single video that showed the Dodge Charger Messia claimed belonged to his shooter ever driving on any of the roads that we had video for.
A search of his home, where he lives with his parents, led to the discovery of several firearms, including the .22 prosecutors say he shot himself with. An attorney for the family releasing a statement saying in part, quote, "This case is a tragedy that was caused by unseen and untreated mental health issues, and now an entire family is suffering for it."
We will not let one individual's actions overshadow the commitment and dedication of the thousands of troopers and law enforcement who tirelessly perform their duties.
Former Trooper Messia facing charges including falsely reporting an incident, official misconduct, and tampering with evidence. DA Donnelly saying he could face between 1 1/3 to 4 years in prison. His parents, Dorothy and Thomas Messia, are charged with criminal possession of a firearm and are due back in court next month. Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Macy Eglin.
You can read more about this story at Newsday.com. Click Get More, the Newsday TV video box. And a Suffolk cop hurt in a high-speed crash has been released from the hospital. Brendan Gallagher spent 9 days on life support after the crash earlier this month. Doctors say he still has a long road to recover.
We're really not going to know about his abdominal wall for a good 6 months. And as far as to recover from nerve damage in your legs, it can be very variable. It can be months to years.
Now, the 30-year-old was trapped inside his police car for 45 minutes after the crash. It happened near exit 55 on the LIE earlier this month. And the LIRR is getting rid of 2 grade crossings in Ronkonkoma. Now, these crossings are at Ocean Avenue and Pond Road. Federal Railroad Administration data shows these are among the most accident-prone grade crossings in Suffolk County. The railroad has not said when construction will begin. And the New York State Department of Transportation says 10 Long Island bridges are in poor condition. Sherry Einhorn has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Question for all of you Long Island drivers. Do you ever stop and think about the conditions of the overpasses that we drive over and under?
Honestly, I don't really think about it. I just go with it and hope everything's going to be okay.
I've been underneath them. I've seen the condition of some of the bridges on the island.
10 bridges across Long Island carrying about 200,000 vehicles daily are in poor condition, according to the most recent data from the State Department of Transportation. Those 10 represent about 1.4% of the bridges on Long Island. This is one of them. It's on the Northern State Parkway in North Hempstead. Stats from the DOT show it's the busiest poor-rated bridge. Now, the rating doesn't mean the bridge is unsafe, but that it needs repairs. This is the Webster Avenue Bridge in Plandome Heights. It's now shut down for several months, undergoing renovations. The bridge here on Cranberry Hole Road in East Hampton is also closed because the deterioration became dangerous. Professor Rigoberto Burgueño is the chairman of the Civil Engineering Department at Stony Brook University. Bridges are supposed to be evaluated every 2 years.
Maintenance engineers know how long it takes for certain types of degradation to progress. They do this by using mathematical models with the data that they have. They use statistics, they use probability to try to predict how much more time do I have before I absolutely have to do it.
This is part of a statement from a DOT spokesman to Newsday. New York has one of the most aggressive road and bridge renewal programs in the United States and is investing more in the modernization of its transportation infrastructure than at any other point in the state's history.
I do trust in our local municipalities to address the issues and to take care of what's necessary.
I'm Shari Einhorn for Newsday TV.
Now, to read more about their bridge ratings, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Netflix is releasing a docu-series about the killing of a 22-year-old Long Islander.
Hi, I'm Brian.
And I'm Gabby.
And this is our Ford Transit Connect that we've been living in. And we thought it was finally
Blue Point's Gabby Petito went missing while on a road trip with her boyfriend. The couple was known for documenting their van life on social media. Petito's body was found in Wyoming in 2021. The three-part series highlights interviews with Petito's family and friends and releases February 17th. And Long Island home prices jumped at the end of 2024. So according to the One Key MLS, the median price for single-family homes in Nassau hit $800,000. That's up nearly 12% compared with December of 2023. Now in Suffolk, prices rose to $680,000, which are up about 9% in that same time frame. And the Jets' new head coach has some big plans for the team. Jets beat writer Al Iannazzone was there.
The Jets introduced Aaron Glenn, their new head coach, new general manager, Darren Muji today, and it was a special day here for the Jets. You could tell that they're excited. Aaron Glenn brings a lot of excitement. His message to the players was put your seatbelts on. His message to the fans was he's going to establish sustained winning here.
And it's going to take hard work. It's going to take dedication. It's going to take us as coaches to make sure we teach and continue to teach. The small things about this game is what really wins games. The smartest teams win games. Situational awareness win games. It's our job as coaches to make sure we do that, because that's the difference between winning and losing, is the small things that we got to get ready to teach. So that's the sustained success that we'll have.
The Jets fans just want winning in general. They haven't seen a winning record in 9 or 10 seasons. They haven't seen the playoffs in 14 years. But they believe that this group, the Jets believe that this new regime can get it done. Aaron Glenn is a former player, former Jet, former scout, and now he gets his first job as a head coach with the Jets, and he's all in to win. The biggest question is, what's happening with Aaron Rodgers? And that's going to continue to be a question. They plan to talk to him, they plan to meet with him, but no decision is made or has been made about whether Aaron Rodgers will be the quarterback of the Jets next year. A lot of things have to happen in the next couple of weeks, but this was an exciting day for the Jets. Woody Johnson said this is a very happy day for the New York Jets, and they said everybody should be excited. The fans should be ready for just a totally different experience.
Newsday Sports is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group.
A set of twins are powering Great Neck South's undefeated basketball team. Krista Kelman has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
We have a little bit of an edge on the court that other people do.
Twins Jesse and John Rogendorf are leading the way for the undefeated Great Neck South basketball team.
It's great to have that type of chemistry. I don't even have to really think too hard about where he is. I just pass him the ball.
Jesse, a 6'1" guard with an explosive style, and John, a towering 6'5" forward, use their size difference to their advantage.
Him being so much bigger than me just helps me evolve my game, take it to the next level. Same thing, him being smaller than me, quicker than me, helps me work on my speed and agility. I feel like I'm very athletic. I like playing above the rim, like dunking, just playing fast and transition.
The family bond runs deep for the Rogendorfs. The twins' parents and grandparents also played sports at Great Neck South.
Their whole family's very supportive. They're always here.
They go to our fall league games. They don't miss a game.
I know your family comes to a lot of your games. Just how much of the bench do they take up?
My grandpa gets his own chair like right about here in between the two bleachers. And my whole family's just like all the way at the top. Like my dad is up there, my aunts and uncles are here. And my mom's usually in the front row recording, trying to get away from all the noise because they're always so loud. It's like she doesn't want them in the video.
Can you recognize them immediately? Does everybody know that they're in this section?
That's their section every home game.
Two brothers, different styles, same goal. And for Jesse and John, that goal is a championship, the program's first since 1967.
We just want to finish strong. Like, we don't take any team lightly, even if we beat them before. Every game's a new game.
Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
Great bunch of kids. Let's read more about this story. Go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The Mets had their amazing day at Citi Field on Saturday, and fans were wondering what's going on with Pete Alonso. Laura Albanese has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
All right, Mets fans. There were over 10,000 people here at Amazing Day, which is the Mets annual fan fest, and that included 50 players, alumni, and executives.
Let's go, Mets!
But what everyone was wondering about was the player that wasn't here, which is Pete Alonso. And if owner Steve Cohen is to be trusted, and he definitely is, it looks like negotiations have really stalled and that the polar bear might be leaving Citi for good. He said, quote, "I don't like the negotiations with agent Scott Boras because he did not like the structure of the deal. If things change," he said, "maybe Pete Alonso comes back. But if not, the Mets will have to look internally for first base options."
A couple of weeks ago, David reached out and said, hey, like, we don't know what's going to happen. Turned around, got on the phone, got a first base glove right away, got it shipped overnight, and I've been doing first base reps along with second base and third base.
It's hard not to pay attention to it when you see it on every platform, but you just kind of focus on the offseason. I'm just ready to get back. I'm excited to start and be back with the guys. Honestly, being back with them right now is awesome.
I would love to see Pete back with us, but I also understand that I don't make those decisions. I'm still hopeful that we'll sign him, but even if so, you know, we're really happy about what we've done this offseason.
Well, I can't be surprised with somebody's decision, you know, it's his decision, you know, so Pete should maximize. He should make the best decision for him and his family.
We got options there. So we sit here right now, 2 weeks from reporting the camp, and guys are going to get the opportunity. We'll see what happens.
All of which means the fan favorite might really be gone for good. This has been Laura Albanese reporting for Newsday TV.
Let's read more about the Mets. Go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. All right, now let's take a look at your Long Island weather. And it wasn't a bad day today. It was cold, but not too cold. And you can see the Tuesday planner is up. And you'll notice that temps are pretty warm-ish, I'm going to say. 40 degrees for the high on Tuesday. And as for the 7-day forecast, you can see we're going to have 46 on Wednesday, which is a high. Sunday, we might have a mixed bag. We'll get back to that later. But Friday looks like rain coming through. But again, those temps not under 30, which is nice to see.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Bufa. Thank you so much for joining us.